You said at one point you would allocate 1 or 2% of your portfolio to Bitcoin. Is it still?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just, particularly now.
Billionaire hedge fund legend Paul Tudor Jones just doubled down on Bitcoin, calling it now more than ever a must-have in your portfolio.
But it would be some combination of probably gold, vol-adjusted, Bitcoin, gold, stocks. That's probably your best.
As Congress, in this latest update, on the verge of passing game-changing stablecoin legislation.
Passing the Genius Act is a good first step.
That could bring trillions into the crypto market.
And the fact that we made it through the Senate, at least onto the floor, we passed the most difficult hurdle, tells me that we're going to get there. If we do get there, I think we're looking at the longest and most sustained bull market that crypto has seen.
Seriously, if you're in crypto, this will affect you. This is U.S. Senator John Thune speaking on the Genius Act, which is the stablecoin bill to regulate stablecoins in America for the first time in crypto's history. This is currently under consideration in the Senate, and in a direct quote from the United States Senate, it's clear that cryptocurrency is here to stay, and it's time that we bring it into the mainstream. Watch today's entire video, as I'll also share with you altcoin news, but this is historic.
President, a significant number of Americans are engaging with cryptocurrency. That includes Americans who use stablecoins. And then there are the individuals and businesses around the world that access the American dollar through the use of dollar-backed stablecoins. Mr. President, stablecoins are a relatively recent financial innovation, but they've quickly caught on. They offer easy payments with the speed and security of the blockchain and the stability and usability of the dollar bill. There are roughly $250 billion of them now in circulation. Traditional financial institutions are said to be considering getting into the stablecoin business. And companies like Uber and Airbnb are reportedly exploring integrating them into their businesses. Mr. President, it's clear that cryptocurrency is here to stay, and it's time that we bring it into the mainstream. Passing the Genius Act is a good first step. The Genius Act would provide a clear regulatory framework for stablecoins. It would ensure Americans can trust who they're doing business with when they purchase stablecoins, allowing the American people to exercise financial freedom with confidence. The Genius Act would also protect against threats to our national security and from criminal activity. It would require stablecoin issuers to uphold the same standards as other financial institutions to monitor and report suspicious activity, comply with U.S. sanctions, and block illicit transactions.
So where we stand today is as follows. Just in, U.S. Senate votes to move forward with stablecoin bill, the Genius Act. They only needed 60 votes, and they got 68.
The yeas are 68, the nays are 30. 3/5 of the senators duly chosen and sworn have voted in the affirmative. The motion is agreed to.
And while this is not the official passing of the bill yet, it does move forward. This was a motion in favor, and it passed, to invoke cloture. Essentially, what this means, enacting cloture, prevents filibuster on the amended version of the bill, and 30 floor hours from now, likely Monday or Tuesday of next week, the Senate can vote on final passage with just 50-plus votes required. And of course, looking at the price action on Bitunix, anybody that wants to follow along, link down below. But while we had the Bitcoin ETFs approved at the beginning of 2024, the next equally big United States catalyst for this crypto market is the stablecoin bill gets approved Monday or Tuesday, and then market structure bill approval later this year. The news on that today is this. Breaking. The Financial Services Committee Republicans advanced the Clarity Act. Momentum is building for clear crypto rules that promote innovation, protect consumers, and further establish U.S. leadership. AKA, things like this are no-brainers. And the United States is realizing we need a stablecoin bill, or the U.S. dollar may be done.
I'm still optimistic that we'll see stablecoin regulation in the U.S. It has bipartisan support, and more than anything, the U.S. government actually needs it to pass in order to continue to fund the government. Remember, stablecoins have become a major purchaser of U.S. treasuries, and the government is on pace to issue more and more treasuries, more and more debt. So I think smarter heads will prevail. I think we'll get this through the Senate. I think we'll get it through the House. I think it will be signed by the president. And again, I think that will set the stage for a major bull market in crypto that could extend for multiple years.
And even bigger, let's talk about Paul Tudor Jones, major Cardano news. But if you believe the artificial intelligence revolution is only getting bigger, you're going to want to follow along. And this is cool. Check this out. It's called SimpleAI. It's SimpleAI on Ethereum. And it's leveraging AI to solve the problems of tomorrow. They are sponsoring this segment of today's video. Link down below. Highly recommend you put this on your radar because, as they describe themselves, seamlessly integrate AI-driven solutions for security, automation, and innovation in blockchain. They are fully audited as well as KYC. All this is completely public on their GitHub. And one of the first things that I really liked, that I really noticed about SimpleAI was, this sounds corny, but how simple it was to use. Because I'm not a techie. I'm just an average person who wants to make money and have an edge in crypto. And as an example about how I've been using them, worried about shady sites, introducing the SimpleAI website checker, a free Web3 tool that helps you instantly assess the safety of any website before you click or connect your wallet, which could save you everything, all your crypto. It essentially gives every link you input into it a security score. And how you do that, and again, link down below to follow along, we go right down to SimpleAI, GPT. This is where you can use AI to get answers on any basic crypto question, but I want it all. I want the full experience. So we open that up right here. We go down to security and security mode activated. This is where you would input a contract address, a website URL, or ask a general security question. And this is how you become a better investor, or at least keep your edge and your security when investing. Another feature that I find pretty cool is create in SimpleAI. This is where you can create a cryptocurrency token, or if you already have one, you can create a staking contract for it, as well as DAO governance. So if you're launching a meme coin, a utility token, whatever, I'm not asking, you do you. You would select a template to get started or describe the contract you want to build, and SimpleAI would help you build it. Also discover, ask for trending tokens, new pairs, or search for specific tokens. Example, find trending tokens on Base, which is another feature I love because for me, it just saves me time. Again, always more we could get into. There's a whole robotics section, feature section. I encourage you, everybody watching this video, go into trade. Ask the AI. Give me some simple pick your coin analysis. Link down below. Check it out. And that brings us to the latest Cardano news. Cardano founder proposes deploying $100 million of ADA Treasury to boost DeFi, earn yield, and reinvest in ADA. This is about a 90-second clip that's going viral right now. Let's watch, then react.
Well, this is one of those things that's surprising to me. See, all I want more stablecoin liquidity, to be honest. We at any time can use the Treasury. There's 1.7 billion ADA in the Treasury. We could go convert 100 million ADA or $1 worth of ADA into USDM. Just go do that. And then put some financial infrastructure like Wave or Brevin Howard or somebody behind that and say, go build up the trading and market making and TVL in the Cardano ecosystem and get all the pairs in play. Could go do that and probably get 5 to 10% returns on it and purchase ADA every year with it and donate it back to the Treasury. We could do that. What was surprising to me is that there were so many people beating up on Intersect and so many people beating up on institutions and just going at them hard. And I said, well, hang on a second. The whole reason Intersect was set up the way it was set up was it actually gives you guys the freedom to do exactly those types of things. It can act as an administrator for funds on behalf of the ecosystem as a whole, not just for the disbursement of money, but for creating liquidity in these types of things, if so desired. There's a lot of generality behind these things. And so if you say, hey, we need stablecoin liquidity, creating 100 million of USDM and getting that out and putting it in and building up DeFi ecosystem with it, that's definitely a good thing to do. You know, it also could help facilitate, bring in some major VCs into the Cardano ecosystem. Price tag is usually 25 to 45 million a pop. you're talking about a Pantera or an A16Z. But if we wanted to create a fund with them, or get them to pay attention to the ecosystem, start deploying capital, it could be done. And you can even set up a scheme where, because they're usually 220, but on those splits on the 80, that the equity that they aggregate, the returns go to the Cardano Treasury. So there's a lot of people, they feel so helpless, and they say, save us, save us, save us. Well, I don't have an executive function.
So Charles Hoskinson is not going to be the man to save us, but he is making a pretty interesting suggestion that a portion of Cardano's treasury, which currently holds 1.7 billion ADA, $1.23 billion, portion of it, could be converted to the ecosystem's fiat-backed stablecoin, USDM, and this would be a value add in the long run, as Hoskinson asserted that the initiative could help Cardano generate an estimated annual return of 5 to 10%, which would then be used to purchase ADA from open markets and return to the treasury. I guess it's now on you, Cardano community or Cardano Foundation, to take this idea and fly. And I guess the whole point to me is that while, yes, Bitcoin is in the news today, Bitcoin's the market mover, it is digital gold, certain altcoins are not going away. Although here's what billionaire Paul Tudor Jones said about the best portfolio.
But it would be some combination of probably gold, vol adjusted, Bitcoin, gold, stocks. That's probably your best portfolio to fight inflation. Vol adjusted, because the vol of Bitcoin's obviously 5 times that of gold, so you're gonna do it in different weights.
You said at one point you would allocate 1 or 2% of your portfolio to Bitcoin. Is it still?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just, particularly now that the roadmap is clear, then I mean, again, if I'm a policymaker, I'm gonna run really low real rates. I'm gonna have inflation running hot, and I'm gonna tax the American consumer to get out of my debt trap. And that's exactly what Japan, who's the most fiscally constrained in the world, doing. And it works until the population throws you out because you let inflation get too hot.
As I get more info, I will keep you updated. Like always, see you tomorrow.